Hey guys, what's going on? It is Wednesday, and if it is Wednesday, it is time for Story Time with Taffy. Of course, there's no starting off a story time this go-round without mentioning our 24-hour live stream, which was a resounding success. We managed to raise just shy of $800, which we put back into our YouTube channel coffers. Without a doubt, all that will probably be heading towards a new Xbox for both of us. When Xbox One hits the shelves, big reveal was today, very exciting stuff, but the live stream was what was exciting this week, where Woofles and I managed to leg it out for 25 and a half hours straight playing video games, and it would not have been a success without the help of a ton of people, not the least of which were our guests, Sandy Ravage, The Nooch, Kermit Plays MC, Fick Moley, TBNR Frags, Evan Ecker, Dahi Denogla, Louis Caliber, Zach aka Hippo, Crooked Rain, Sophie, who is Woofles' girlfriend that he lost to TBNR Frags in a 1v1 quickscoping contest on Black Ops 2, sad day, my wife Amber, my son Grayson, who was easily the most popular person in the stream the entire night long, and Rob's mother Deb. All of these people put up with us playing video games for 24 hours straight and helped us by bringing us food, water, emptying our bedpans, Febrezing us when we needed it. There were the channel mods. Cloud Axe stayed there forever. N7 was put into a crazy situation where Rob basically just threw a whole bunch of commands on him to create games on his Minecraft server, and instead of telling Rob to go fuck himself, which he should have done, N7 was a good guy and he went and tried to build whatever we asked him to build on the spur of a moment, sacrificing a huge chunk of his night and channel programming to try to give us a hand. Grant, aka the Human Moab Machine, Danny, Lord of Bays, Sir Mutton, Tamara, Brandon Willett, who also hooked the channel up with a bunch of free EA games we never got around to playing, but they are appreciated and they are now in our library in case we decide to use them. Ashley and other mods I'm sure I'm forgetting. Everyone who came and visited, we had over 15,000 views on the video, which means at least a few thousand people in several different countries probably checked us out, went to sleep, got up and checked us out again. Some of the craziest places we heard people were checking in from: Australia, not a crazy place, we have a lot of subs there, but it's as far away as you can get from us. Finland, Peru, Spain, Holland, and of course we'd like to thank Bearclaw for being the world's craziest Minecraft player and bookending both sides of the stream, starting off by protecting Wolf in the Hunger Games and saving him once again in the Hunger Games. Because the live stream was such a success, I'm going to try to gift to my old school subs a bunch of storytime stuff this week. I'm going to try to get Gray in here. I'm going to do a supplemental storytime on my channel at some point this week, and my father is flying into town, so hopefully I can get him in here to do a little radio podcast with the man, the myth, the legend, Brad, Taffy's dad. But story time is not a story time without a story, and for this one I pulled a particularly weird one that I may or may not have mentally blocked until somebody wiggled it loose during conversation this week. Once upon a time, I worked at Red Robin, the land of the $8 burger and bottomless steak fries. Now, one of the nice things about working at a Red Robin, especially close to a university, a four-year school, is that they're smart enough to hire really attractive people, and while I barely made the cut, I still got in. And some of the cool things that I got to see during this time was a stream of beautiful men and women thrown into a situation where it was fueled by alcohol and late night hangouts, and just watch all the incestuous activity that would happen therein. One of those situations was the hooking up of two of the most incredibly hot lipstick lesbians I've ever seen, and for people who think homosexuality is a sin, you've obviously never seen two beautiful women make out. It helped that both these girls had spectacularly hot straight sisters that kind of found me attractive, so I would find any excuse I could to go hang out with these girls. A, I got to watch them make out when they got drunk, and B, I stood a pretty good chance of landing with one of the other two sisters in the end. Win, win, win. It's a whole list of win to the power of win. So I would find myself at a lot of nights out at gay clubs. Not a lot of gay clubs in Boise, but I would find myself out at gay and lesbian clubs, thoroughly enjoying myself. I was hanging out with the lipstick ladies and their sisters, and they decided to take me to an after party that was hosted by an incredibly popular local gay kid, probably in his early 20s, who already owned his own fabulous home. I got there, it didn't take very long for the chum to hit the water, as it were, and all of these guys began to wonder which one was going to be the one to turn me out. At the end of the night, I went to go find my lipstick friends, only to find out I had been completely abandoned. At this point, I'm feeling a little vulnerable, but considering the fact that at the time I was about 6 feet tall and 195 pounds of nothing but gym muscle, I was not all that concerned. More than anything, I just felt strange and out of place. To my luck, and as favor would find it, the host of the party though was very polite. He said, "I must imagine that you feel a little awkward right now. I tell you what, you're drunk. There's a lot of drunk people around here. I don't want anything weird to happen at my party. As you are my guest, I feel responsible for you. There is a guest bedroom upstairs. It is freshly made. It locks from the inside. Let me take you up there and you can sleep there and we'll get you a cab or I'll give you a ride home in the morning." And I thought, oh my god, how incredibly cool of you. We get upstairs, he's pointing out where the restroom restrooms are, he's making sure that I have fresh towels should I want to shower in the morning, and as I'm thanking him and getting ready to lay down for the night, I hear the bedroom door close, and I look and notice that he has closed it with him inside the room. Warning, Storytime with Taffy often contains mature and adult content. For those of our viewers under the age of 18, please click away now, or make sure your parents cannot hear. At this point, I'm a little confused, but not too terribly confused. I have a feeling I know what's going on when he blurts out, "Can I suck your dick?" Now, for a person in a potentially date-rapey situation like that, I should have felt concerned, but I also felt with the size disadvantage that he had, if he were to attack me, I would have placed my palm on his forehead like they do in the cartoons, and he would have swung at me with those little lustful, grabby hands, and they wouldn't have even made contact with my torso. So as he asked me several repeated times if he could engage in the act of fellatio on me, I just kind of giggled and was like, no, I'm flattered and larger than you, so probably not for the best. And after he excused himself, I actually climbed out of the bedroom window and walked home over a 5-mile stretch through the middle of downtown Boise. As the sun was rising and people are heading to work, I am reeking of domestic beer in bottles and gropey little homosexual hands, which I'm sure were incredibly soft and lathered up with moisturizer. Bonus fact, one of my friends from the restaurant, a gay host named Wayne, asked me whose party I ended up at that night when I recounted my story to him, and upon telling him what had happened, he said, "Oh my god, I know that kid. He and I had a flingy-ding one time, and I would be remiss if I did not mention that the kid has 3 nipples." So there you go, the story of the time that Taffy was assaulted by the grabby homosexual kid with 3 nipples. Hey, you give me $800, I start giving you the weird shit. This week over on my channel, we'll have more Binding of Isaac, some Trials Evolution Gold with Woofles, and maybe even Kermit if we can talk him into it. On this channel, look forward to more Hunger Games Hardcore Versus. As always, head down to the comments section below and give me more ideas for future story times or just talking points you'd like me to touch on, games you'd like to see us play, and any other comments or concerns that have crossed your mind. It has been a real treat coming back to the channel, looking forward to more in the future, but for now, that's all. This episode's in the books. On behalf of the Mr. Woofles channel, this is Taffy, and I am out.